And after that, August, namatay din yung tito ko. Tito ko from my father's side, kuya ng tatay ko. So, yung kuya ng tatay ko, ninong ko yun. And Tito Manding is um, one of the good ones in that family. Parang impartial siya. He knows how to weigh things. Then, syempre, we're part of the family. We bear the same surname. We bear the same last name. And my mom is the legal wife. So, she bears the same last name. So, we went there. Parang makikiramay kami. Kahit na alam mo yun, my mother and my father are separated for a long time now. So, syempre, bilang parte ng pamilya at si mama, kuya na rin naman niya yun technically, di ba? We went there only to be faced by my father's sisters who are, I don't know, maybe they're also grieving. I wanted to understand them. And mali kasi ginawa nila eh. I saw my mother crying. So I had to react. And then, react I did. So, there was this post that I did on Facebook. And that post was an eye-opening. I wasn't really planning on posting anything because, again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to use social media to share happy moments, to share and portray a life, an image. That's it, an image. Um, pero that time, sabi ko parang, I don't think na dapat hindi patulan. So, ayoko naman talaga. Ayoko naman talagang patulan. So, let me just be clear. Ayoko naman patulan. I don't wanna make a big fuss out about it. Pero kasi, during the time, si mama ay so in distress. Ako din, I was so stressed. I was so mentally taxed dun sa ginawa ng mga tita ko ngayon. And this time, hindi ko talaga makakalimutan yun. Although, yes, I've already forgiven whatever what had happened kasi tapos na nangyari na. But the thing is, alam mo yun, during the time, I just wanted to say na I've forgiven them not because they asked for forgiveness. I've forgiven them because it's for myself. Para hindi ko dala-dala yung bigat na loob, yung anger, yung inis, yung visit, parang gano'n. So, had to let go of that. And kahit na ayokong i-post, ayokong mag-post, I have to. I have to speak up because my father lies. And my father, he lies. He's good at lying. So, I know him. So, ayun, parang alam yun, sabi ko, it's time that the people know our side. It's time that they know my mother's side. Because there's always two sides of the story. And I think yun yung hindi aware yung mga sisters ng father ko. Na parang, ang aware lang sila. Ang napapakinggan lang kasi nila is yung side ng tatay ko. So, di ba? They're one-sided. So, ayun. And yun nga, I had to make battle. I had to make post. So, pinost ko. Bahala na sila dyan magkagulo, di ba? So, right after I posted that, parang, okay na. Parang, instantly gumaan yung loob ko. And then, nabasa ni mama, nabasa ng tita ko ng kapatid ni mama, nabasa ng mother side ko. And then, parang ayun, aware naman sila sa ganung nangyayari na my mother was a battered wife. And she's been through a lot. And I've seen that growing up. So, I have childhood trauma from my father. Parang sponsor niya talaga yung childhood trauma talaga. So, yung childhood trauma talaga, malala yun. Kasi, growing up, you see your father na niloloko yung nanay mo. And ginagawa pa akong accessory to the crime na parang sasabihan pa niya ako na, huwag mo sasabihin sa nanay mo to ha, ganyan, ganyan, and blah, blah, blah. So, childhood trauma. Yeah, na lang yun. And that was one of the heaviest part. We were at the burial. Sa burial na ng tito ko. The family of my tito, my cousins with my tito Manding, they're so nice. Parang they don't treat us as like less of a family just because my mother and father got separated. Pero yung mga tita ko, Diyos ko, hindi ko na pala dapat sila tawagin tita, no? Kasi nga parang I wanted to cut them in my life. So, mga tita kong yun, yung mga kapatid ng tatay ko, yun na lang. Yung mga kapatid ng tatay kong yun. Ewan ko. Pinaglihiran ata sila talaga sa sama ng loob. And sabi kong I always want to try to understand na bakit kaya sila ganun. Siguro kasi they went through almost the same situation with their father as well. So, baga parang this time it's more of like a generational curse happening. Parang yung mga kapatid ng tatay ko na yun, the girls, they went through the same generational trauma, they went through the same childhood trauma as what I've experienced with my father. They grew up, they saw their father have an affair, have so many children with another woman. So parang ganun, I guess merong hurt, hindi nila na-heal yung childhood trauma na yun. Kaya din siguro ganun sila mag-react. And I know I'm rationalizing and I'm speaking on, I'm trying to analyze their situation. Pero because I wanted to understand. Pero yun nga, it's not my place. And what I can do, what I can control is who I keep in my life and who I cut in my life. So I choose to cut them in my life, cut them in our lives because I don't see the worth anymore. So, bahala kayo dyan. Then ayun, parang that's another healthy move na ginawa ng nanay ko na parang at least now, boundary has been set. So, kumbaga, I think blessing in disguise din yun. Wanted to see it that way that um, the Lord is blessing us in ways that we're not really aware of and hindi masyadong obvious. So, ayun. Parang, yes, I guess blessing in disguise. Yung pagwala rin ni Coco, I guess, also it's another blessing na for me to realize that, I should have spent more time with my fur baby. And then, another blessing in disguise, yung pagkakaroon ko ng health scare. Because that shifted my mind into being a healthier version of myself. So right after that, September was my birth month. So September, we're still trying to move on from what happened last August. Yung pagkabanal ng tito ko. So, ang daming ganap. So, uh, yeah, we're still trying to move on. Hanggang sa nag-birthday ako, okay naman. We're, we're happy and jolly and whatnot. And, yeah, going back to the point that, yun nga, because of those three things na nangyari, three major things na nangyari, the health scare, the death of my beloved Coco, and the family drama rooted from my father's side. After that, parang ayun, nagkaroon na ng shift na parang at first, walking has been an outlet, has been a physical outlet for me to process what happened. Sipin mo yun, July, August. 2 buwan lang yun, di ba? Parang binagsak talaga sa akin. Parang gano'n. And ayun, walking has been a quiet space for me. Walking has given me that silence that I needed. Walking has given me um, the realizations. Walking helped me process the emotions. Walking helped me process the food that I eat. Walking helped me regulate my stress. Then walking also helped me regulate my emotions. Yun, I guess, pinaka-importante yun sa akin. Yung pag-regulate ng emotions. And it's a health thing too. Kasi before this year, prior to this year, 2024, naglalakad na rin naman ako and I've been consistent since August of 2024. Parang almost everyday naglalakad ako since August 2024. Pero kahit na naglalakad ako since August 2024, the changes that I was expecting in my weight is not happening because I wasn't really paying attention to what I eat. Kumbaga parang naglalakad ako pero yung pagkain ko ganun pa din. So 'di ba parang wala rin nangyari. Parang I burn something and then I gain it back plus more because I eat more. But then since July, parang I started tracking what I eat. I started seeing and limiting myself for the food intake. And yeah, I'm happy to share that from 99 kilograms, I'm now down to 88 kilograms. And I also do that. I also check my progress and record my progress pala with my weight. I check my weight daily every after waking up, after kong mag-CR, taka ako, mag-uwi ako. Parang yan, routine na yan daily. So even my routine, since this happened, even my routine has been changed by a mile. Kumbaga parang dati, unang i-check ko, yung cellphone ko. Ngayon, pagising ko, stretching muna tayo, pray tayo, give. Yung parang the attitude of gratitude, that's what I'm trying to practice. Parang attitude of gratitude, pray tayo, pasalamat tayo, buhay pa tayo. Parang gano'n. Buhay pa tayo, humihinga pa tayo, lumalaban pa tayo. Gano'n. Adya-adya lang. And then, yun, a routine has developed, a new routine has developed. So I wake up, I don't check my phone, I go to the bathroom, clean myself, prepare myself for the day, I weigh in, I drink my coffee, then I walk. So those are my 8 steps waking up. So hindi na yung kagaya dati na pagising ko ng umaga, check ko ang cellphone, pagkatapos na mag-check ng cellphone, ah, lalagak na ako sa kama ko, dito lang pala yung bed ko. So lalagak na ako dyan sa kama ko, manunood na ako. So parang I was so disconnected. I was so disconnected. And I think what happened last July, last August, and last September, and everything that followed after that was meant to be. So, nag-shift yon, nag-shift lahat. And I think I'm in the path of rediscovering myself and rediscovering a new version of myself. Not a better version. I wouldn't want to call it a better version because that version where there's nothing better than that. So, baga parang this is gonna be a new version of me. Trying to manifest that through my actions. And also, nag-shift na rin yung identity ko. And funny enough, I've shared this one with my other video that the reason why I created the channel is because through one of my walks, I realized the benefit, the major benefit of walking is it gives you that silence. And right now kasi, if you observe the world, it is no longer silent. It's too noisy. Masyadong maingay, masyadong maraming nangyayari. Alam mo yun, madali kang mawala sa focus. Kasi nga, there's a lot of stimulation. Yun nga, I think I wasn't really bored. I was overstimulated. And the reason why nag-walk ako is because I wanted to do something about my routine. Kasi unhealthy na siya. So, ayun. When I started walking, parang ayun, the silence, you feel the silence. So, parang, it's a different experience from my daily routine na parang, alam mo yun, I get entertained from watching a lot of movies, from watching a lot of series. Entertaining naman siya. And it's not just entertaining, actually, it's addicting. So, I think I got addicted to it. And ngayon, parang, I diverted my attention. I shifted everything. God helped me shift everything. Diba parang ngayon, mas na-appreciate ko na yung pagiging present. Mas na-appreciate ko na yung small talks, yung conversation, rather than being on my phone almost 24/7. Parang Ngayon, I use my phone to document myself. I use my phone to document my experience. I use my phone to share my experiences. It's no longer a device that controls me. It's now a device that I use to influence and share experiences that could help other people. So, ngayon, it's walking helped me discover that purpose. Kumbaga parang dati, lakad-lakad lang tayo, rampa-rampa tayo sa Baywalk para lang, alam mo yun, mag-de-stress, mag-regulate ng emotions, ganyan-ganyan. Pero ngayon parang it's purposeful, parang I wanted to share this kasi nga siguro marami rin tao yung hindi rin alam kung anong gagawin. Hindi rin alam kung saan huhugutin yung mga bagay-bagay. Maraming tao yung yun na lang ang ginagawa din, nag-i-scroll na lang just to pass time. They're stimulating, parang they're getting those dopamine hits, yung doom scrolling na sinasabi nga nila. So, yeah, walking is really helpful. Also, now that everything has shifted, I am now more mindful with how I spend my time, how I spend my energy, and how I spend my attention. So I always make sure that I am intentional with everything. Yun. So, since the mind shift, I realized na the weight loss that I was trying to chase for a very long time, for the past 4 years to be exact, is not manifesting, it's not coming to fruition simply because I wasn't really making an effort. I thought I was making an effort by walking, but I wasn't. I was just making excuse. Kumbaga, walking has been an excuse for me to consume more. Previously to mga previous years, hindi this year. So walking has been an excuse for me to consume more, to say that I'm doing something about my body, my weight, and my health. And yan, parang naging excuse ko siya na, ay, naglalakad naman ako, so pwede akong kumain ng ganito, pwede akong kumain ng ganyan. Pero yun nga, ngayon, this year, na-realize ko na, hindi siya excuse. You know, I don't wanna make excuses anymore because ang magsasuffer lang din naman at the end of the day is ako. Diba? If I continue down that path, siguro wala na ako ngayon. You know? Excuse me. But yun, it's a conscious decision din siya. Baga parang, after nun, nag-reflect, nag-internalize habang naglalakad. So, ayun, it was really healthy. Ang dami mang tinanggal ng Diyos sa buhay ko, ang daming nawala. All honesty, ang daming nawala. Pero ang dami rin naman yung pinalit. And yung mga pinalit niya are good things.